Alright, so I just went to Tubi.com and here we are at the home page. Let me show you some of the content. There's a couple ways you can get at it. I think the simplest is at the very top there's a word that says browse, and if you click that and you go in with your mouse, you can see all of the different options. Genres: action, classics, comedy, crime TV, reality TV, romance, adult comedy, draft house films, lots of different stuff. This final row has a network, so if there's certain networks, shows you like Fox, A&E, Shout. Let's click A&E and I'm going to show you what I mean. So here they're talking about, this looks like Duck Dynasty. So here are the A&E shows that you can watch for free on Tubi. 60 Days In, that's pretty crazy. I Survived, also good, and Intervention. So there's some pretty good shows here. They do have a live TV section. Let me show you that real quick. So it's not like a channel grid, but it does have everything grouped together. So these are going to be the sports channels available. Now, when you see the NFL channel here, you're not going to unfortunately get live NFL games on here. Not for free, sorry about that. So they'll probably be like recorded classic games or maybe related shows to NFL. You also have MLB, band sports. We'll have some extreme sports and a lot of like boxing and fighting sports below the UFC. Fubo, have a little mix of different sports including boxing. We've got the Pac-12. Again, that'll probably be classic games in the Pac-12. Real Madrid is just going to be highlights from that very famous team. SportsWire, not sure. Been an extra. Also, again, a lot of fighting sports. ACC network is going to have highlights of ACC football and basketball and recorded games or classic games. And then NHRA is going to be drag racing. So if you're into motorsports drag racing, let's click on this. Let me show it to you real quick. So here we have the NHRA channel. Now once you click on any channel, as you can see here to the left, a little grid comes up. And you can pull it up a little, and this will let you change to any of the other live TV channels. And they're kind of grouped the same way. These are going to be the sports channels on top. And the only thing I don't like is when you go to the grid, it doesn't show you, for example, what is coming up next. Like USA Today, when you click on it, it's going to be USA Today, but you don't know exactly what show it is. So that's kind of a weird negative. So let's go back. And we're going to look at some of the other categories. So we looked at sports. These are all live TV, free live TV channels. Gordon Ramsay recently added. Okay, now this is national news. People like keep their cable because they want news. This is pretty good selection of national news. And in a minute, I'm going to show you the local news selection, which is incredible. Business news. So that's Bloomberg, Cheddar, and Quick Take. Those are all good for like financial investing news. Global news, if you're interested more in what's going on around the world, a couple channels for that. You got 3 weather channels here. Culture and entertainment, and just straight up entertainment. Western channel. Heartland Films. Movie Sphere. More westerns. And just a whole little range of different things. Baywatch channel, Dick Van Dyke. Now here's something that I haven't really seen on any other service. It's called Local News, and this has a number of news channels from pretty much every major city in the USA. That's Houston, New York, Dallas, Philly, San Francisco, Chicago, LA, DC. So if you're like transplanted and you'd like to watch news from where you used to live, or you just want to click on there, you miss the news, or it's not at a convenient time, you can get on any of these stations. There's Minneapolis, St. Paul, Cleveland, St. Louis, Indianapolis, so even mid-markets, Austin. So anyway, a lot of local news channels for free. Go back to browse and featured. One thing I did want to mention, they do have a number of Tubi originals that can only be seen on this channel. So that's kind of cool. There's one of them right there. There's also a category if you want to see all the originals in one place. Here's some of the shows that have been most popular. Jupiter Ascending, Jaws, a couple of Jaws from the Jaws series, Divergent, another big name movie. Back to browse. most popular. Okay, so we got a kids channel, which I forgot to mention, they have a whole kids section. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's see what kind of movies they have available. Matrix. Divergent again, that's a good one. Chucky, gotta love Chucky. Into the Blue, that's a pretty cool flick. Training Day, Sciarro. Some Hush, another good oldie, but goodie. I got Hell's Kitchen, reality there. It's a 40-year-old virgin. So that's just a little sample of the things they have. I did mention they have kids TV. It's got its own little section up here. You can click on that. Quite a selection for the youngsters. And Exit Kids. And we're going to take a look at recently added real quickly. Got some of the originals here. Final Destination. A couple of the Matrix series. Now one thing I did notice, let's click on Divergent for a minute. Most of the video is 720. So if you have a huge 4K TV and you're expecting to watch in 4K, that's not going to be the case. But that's basically it. Tubi TV, it's a good service, being that it's free. The commercials are pretty limited. The streams are good. It has a live TV section. It has a kids section. It has a pretty decent selection of movies and TV shows. So I would add it to your streaming collection and hope you enjoyed the video.